this historic win. In a few seconds, it is official. In college football's oldest and most decorated conference, there's a new man atop the rung of the ladder of legendary coaches. It's official, number 206. With Kirk Ferentz on September 13th, 2025, 47-7 over UMass, and Kirk Ferentz passes Woody Hayes for most coaching wins in Big Ten football history. Roll that counter over from 205 to 206, and now we're going to see some, I think, very special post-game moments on the field. We just heard from Anthony. Now, the interesting aspect of this is Kirk does not realize that his former player and a player on his first 2 seasons of teams here at the University of Iowa is going to be interviewing him. So we'll have a chance to see maybe some live reaction, some surprise whenever Kirk sees Anthony's going to do the interview. Outstanding Matt Wetzel from Iowa's Strategic Communications Sports Information Staff is moving Kirk over the direction of Big Ant right now.
Yeah, I was up there a few moments ago.
That's fair.
Snuck down here to be with you on this moment, Kirk Ferentz. It was almost 26 years ago to this very night, frankly, that you had that first win against Northern Illinois, and now here you are, 206 victories, the all-time leader in the history of Big Ten football coaches, a milestone that seemed like it was eons away. You've arrived at it, Coach. Did this seem plausible on that night back in '99?
It's the last thing in the world I was thinking about. That was hardly a pretty win, but well, they're all pretty. But you got to start somewhere, and that team dug in, got it done, and things just kept going from there.
As those things back then continued to ascend and crescendo to get to this moment that you're at right now, passing names like Stagg and Woody Hayes, Bo Schembechler. I know how reverential you are about the history of this sport. What did those legends mean to you in getting to this point?
You know, that part's surreal. It's not something you think about, and it's never been a goal of mine. Being a head coach was never really a goal, so start there a bit. You know, the whole concept was just do as best we can at whatever you're doing, and things have worked out. I found a great place and been around a lot of great people over 36 years actually here, so been pretty good.
To have, in the years you've been here, 5 kids, have your wife be with you every step of the way to get to this point. They've played for you, your sons have even coached for you at this point. What has Hawkeye football meant to the Ferentz family?
You know, that part you can't put a price tag on, having your kids on the team. Luckily, I didn't have to coach them directly. That was a good thing. But, yeah, that's been special. We started our family here, 1983. So just so many good things about being at Iowa. And I didn't even know where I was in 1981. So that's a good life lesson. But it's been special every bit of the way. And our family's been a big part of that. And certainly my wife, Mary, you know, I mean, she lets me go out and play every day. I play a kid's game.
Everyone has gotten to witness the way that you've led this program. There's been so many years of players. I know you've heard from them throughout the last couple of weeks leading toward this potential milestone. I've certainly heard from them myself as well. What has been sort of the core DNA of what you've looked for to shape Hawkeye football?
Good people, and it starts right there, and that's been the common denominator. Going back to the 80s again, that's what I learned here at that point. So that we've been so fortunate, so many great people, your teammates, guys that have come after you, and the coaches involved here, the support staff, go right down the list. You know, it takes a lot of people to make this work.
Part of the thing that we tried to tell the story of tonight was the fact that Hayden Fry, of course, back at that point when he first brought you onto this staff, Joe Moore was a big part of that reason that you got that vote of confidence from Coach Fry. What do those two individuals, your mentors specifically, mean to you?
I've been so fortunate. I've had outstanding mentors. Many of them that were intentionally trying to mentor me. Others you just learn from by watching. Players, coaches, right on down the list. But those two guys, Coach Moore just poured into me in 1980, even starting before that. And then somehow he taught Coach Fry into interviewing me. And I had the job before I got here. I'm convinced of that. The two of them hit it off. But, there's nobody in the world that would have hired me. I was 25 years old as a GA, and he hired me out here in the Big Ten. So that was one of the unique things about Coach Fry. He just had a vision, a willingness, had the guts to do things that weren't conventional. So I learned so much from him as well, and I just, every step of the way I've worked with great people.
Certainly that legacy of Aiden Fry continues to envelop so much around Hawkeye football. One of those things I know Coach Fry would have loved, the vertical pass that you've been building towards now in this third game. You told me the offense was likely to get explosive. How pleased were you with the way that passing attack grew tonight?
We're not there yet, but we're stepping forward. I think we made progress tonight. First and foremost, we've showed up and played hard, which we've done that all 3 weeks now. So just seeing incremental gains is a big thing. We need it because we're going into the Big Ten now. We got 2 games here before our break. So we've talked to our guys about a 5-day block or a 5-week block. Now it's on to the next one. It's a short week, so we better get some rest.
And in that short week, what are you hoping to accomplish between now and facing Rutgers?
More progress. I thought our guys really played hard tonight. Still a lot of detail stuff we can get better at, and I think everybody in the room realizes that. So we'll enjoy this tonight, and then tomorrow we got to get back to work and may have to impose a curfew for the first time ever tonight.
Well, hopefully you will find a moment to enjoy, Kirk. Congratulations so much. And losing at Ames last week, obviously unfortunate, but gave you the opportunity to do this, achieving history at home at Kinnick Stadium.
It's special to be in Kinnick. It always has been. It means a lot to me personally. So I would have liked to have gotten this done a couple years ago, but it is what it is, and we're all thrilled.
Kirk Ferentz, now the all-time wins leader in the history of Big Ten football.
That was a wonderful job on the interview by Anthony Herron. The hug you see, there was such a warm embrace between those two when we had our production meeting here yesterday. Obviously the players, all of them that have been part of the 206 wins are so special, and this undoubtedly a very special moment for the Iowa Hawkeye players and Kirk Ferentz to have this moment together after this historic 206th victory tonight, a 47-7 final over the UMass Minutemen.